Hey, everybody. Welcome to the program. Think everything's working? Let me know in comments if you can hear me. It's wonderful to be with all three of you who are already watching. It's so much fun. Welcome to PulseWave Trading and PulseWave Crypto. We're simulcasting because we're apparently some kind of awesome media empire at this point. So we simulcast. So that's what we're doing. But I'm Frank, Dex's partner at PulseWave Trading, and we're so glad that you're here. And I don't know, I may have gone too far with my double entendre today. I gotta fade that music out. All of a sudden, the awesomeness just stops, and something in you dies. So, some very interesting things going on in the crypto market, and then of course we had Elon Musk pulled out his PayPal. I'm sorry, Mom. PayPal. They double the P in the logo. But he did one of these like, here, where is it? I was going to save it till later. It's so annoying though. I think it's this one. Yeah. So Peter, he's changed his name. Let me zoom in on this for you. We're going to go over rally and crash alerts. We've got rally alerts on ADA, BNB, DOGE, crash alerts on Dash, Chainlink, Digibyte. I like saying Digibyte, ETH and BTC, as well as Theta. I was going to cover that up and say it was fake news, but it's true. But before we get to that, Peter McCormick tweeted to Elon Musk, "Dear Elon Musk, the perfect troll is one where people don't know whether it is a troll or not. Your recently poorly informed criticism of Bitcoin plus support for Doge may be the perfect troll, or you might actually believe this. God, I hope not." So I don't know. He got into it with him. So Elon responds, "Obnoxious threats like this make me want to go all on Doge." But then this. I don't know if everybody saw this. This is really stunning to me. "Hey, cryptocurrency experts, ever heard of PayPal, idiots?" He goes full Napoleon Dynamite on us. All right, let me check the comments, because sometimes when there's comments, it means no one can hear me. So, hey, guys. Yeah, already dunking on him. Yeah, so here he is. Sorry, back to my Napoleon Dynamite, Elon Musk. "Hey, cryptocurrency experts, ever heard of PayPal, idiots? It's possible, maybe." I lost the impersonation. "That I know more than you. That I know more than you realize," I'll stop, "about how money works." And of course, Peter McObnoxious, who is my new favorite guy in the whole world. "PayPal, laughing my A off, PayPal. You mean the company which froze WikiLeaks account?" I mean, to me, if you care about freedom and stuff, you might bring that up. "The company which routinely censors payments." There have been people who've been labeled white supremacists and kicked off of PayPal. People of color. So, yeah, it was just an interesting thing for him to whip out. But I want to start by reminding you, this YouTube programming and whatever other place we copy it to is intended to entertain you and is not financial advice. You wouldn't take financial advice from a guy who literally held my breath for 2 minutes and 34 seconds this morning. So I like to show my Wim Hof results, not to boast, because this is actually very easy to do. Once you do it, you realize there's no boasting involved. Check this out, though. This is my sort of good deed, because I know all of you crypto guys are super stressed out, and gals, you need to learn how to get high on your own supply, my friends. Wim Hof, check it out. These are actually my breath holds. I don't know if people really even know what I'm talking about here. So Wim Hof he's the Iceman. He's holds all these records for holding his breath, and mostly for doing things in ice on TV. And he ran a marathon in the Arctic in his bare feet or something like that. But he has this method where you take deep breaths, then you hold your breath for a period of time, and he has specific instructions on how to do it. And it was pretty life-changing for me about a year ago. So I thought, I'm doing this new podcast here on PulseWave Trading. I thought I would make it my good deed to just share my breaths with everybody. So these are my breath holds. I held my breath, no joke, for 2 minutes and 34 seconds this morning, after holding it for 2 minutes and 2 minutes and 8 seconds. So let me know, do any pulse wavers do this? We need to do a PulseWave session. We should do this every time the market, every time Musky Elon tweets. We should do a Wim Hof breathing session to alkalize our bodies or whatever Wim says. But anyway, check that out. If you've never checked out Wim, check him out. He's done interviews with Joe Rogan's everything. So let's get into some of this news with Elon. Interesting stuff going on from Cointelegraph. Zoom in on this a bit. Are the dots starting to connect? Elon Musk's tweets may be a hint that he and Tesla may be offloading their Bitcoin bags. Are things getting too heated already? By the way, it's late in the day already. I'm assuming you folks know Bitcoin is struggling. I'm asking my main man Dex for a comment on this in the Slack right now. In fact, I just heard a little tink. Okay. I asked him in our private pro Slack at PulseWave Trading, which you too can be a part of if you become one of our paid members with either our Partner 21 or Pro membership. We also have a free Slack for everybody who just wants to check things out. It's a little quiet though. So I asked Dex, any thoughts on where we might close? We already got a question from Zitos asking, you mentioned 10K range. Well, you know, he says basically asking what's going to happen today. And Dex was saying, all depends on the close. So I said, can you tell me anything new, anything interesting open the show with? He said, nah, brah. NAHBRA. It comes down to the close. It just comes down to the close. So we're going to have to see what happens with Bitcoin. Thank you, Dex, my main man. All right, Kyle. Kyle knows about my main man, Wim. Haven't done it, but heard of Wim Hof from Cliff. Excellent. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know that Cliff talked about Wim. I love Cliff. Was watching his most recent video. Very interesting stuff that he's been talking about on BitChute. One of the cool things with his BitChute is you always used to have to read through the lines. Cliff is one of these guys who's obviously being linguist. Expert and understanding what's going on with all these algorithms, knows how to censor himself just right. But I was always wondering, am I reading between his lines correctly? And now that he's on BitChute, he's just saying anything he wants. So yeah, cool. Thanks, Kyle. Oh, my sound engineer 4Cheese Pasta is here. Saved the very first episode of PulseWave Crypto by telling me my sound is off. So looking at this Bitcoin chart, though, I mean, you could see here we're down in 43,000 range, which it's funny to complain about Bitcoin being $43,000, right? Just stop and think about the kind of problems we have. But it is a pain. You're trying to build a crypto portfolio. You think cryptos are the future. And all of a sudden, dad storms out of the house, takes the car, and you're not sure when he's coming home again. It's kind of what it feels like when Bitcoin crashes. So, yeah, where are we going to go? I don't know. As Dex said, we have to wait for the close. So I can't help but think, I don't know. Just so convenient for him to crash Bitcoin when all of these huge organizations trying to get into it. It really does seem like a bit of a temper tantrum, though. A lot of people talking about him being conniving and stuff like that. I don't know. It really feels like a temper tantrum. So let's look at some of this. This is from Bitcoin Archive. Bitcoin is down 20%. It's more now since Elon Musk started shit posting, pardon, and you wonder why some people are mad. To clarify speculation, Tesla has not sold any Bitcoin. So this is actually a reply from Elon to this. He's saying he hasn't sold any. But he did have that little fit on Twitter, if you haven't seen this, where someone was essentially saying all the trouble he's getting from Bitcoin Twitter, wouldn't blame him if he sold, and so on. And he said, indeed. So that did not help yesterday. Bright side to the market correction, Bitcoin and Ethereum fees have dropped due to downward trend. Is it time to do that transaction? It's funny because I actually woke up thinking about this. Oh, yes. Folks, my main man is here.
What up, people?
What's up, buddy? We're live. So
it's a Monday, isn't it?
It is a Monday, man, and it's a painful Monday for crypto folks. Just finishing this off, it's funny. I actually woke up thinking this morning that there was a transaction I wanted to do in ETH, and I was like, I bet the fees are way down.
Yeah,
sure
right.
Enough, Bitcoin and Ethereum fees have dropped from 70 to 80% as the market slide continues. So, how you doing today, Dex?
Oh, it's Monday, man. You know what can you say? It's just Monday. I'm in the lab again. I thought I was out, but something caught my eye over the weekend with things that's been going on. So I'm doing some research this morning.
Excellent. Do you want to talk about it?
Not really. Not just yet. No, not just yet. Maybe tonight. Really, at the end of the day, man, it really depends on how the markets close. That is the most important thing. Mondays are usually like that. They can be, you know, quiet, not too much going on, or they can be absolutely brutal, like, you know, like a Black Monday. We are having a Black Monday in the Bitcoin. You know, right now the Bitcoin Futures Composite Index is down over 7,185 points.
Yikes.
Which means $7,185. So just total obliteration there. But you should not be, you know, alarmed by it, because if you are a PulseWave subscriber, you get these daily reports, and these daily reports not only tell you what the trend is, but it gives you the trend momentum reading, and it tells you what you can expect in the market. It gives you support and resistance areas, the whole nine. Now, the bears have been in control for a minute. If you just look at the daily report, where we give you the intraday price inflection points, the alarm bell started sounding at the 56,000 level. And once we hit that 56,000 level, we have been doing nothing but dropping ever since, nothing but downside production continually. So that in and of itself was alerting you to what was going on. And this was your opportunity to, you know, either, you know, get out of the way or tighten up your stops, or even get ready if you wanted to, if you were inclined to do so. Go ahead and short it, see how much downside potential money there is on the sell side.
I was just looking, Dex. We would be, if you were using the report to go short, you would have a healthy chunk right now. You'd be in a nice spot.
Correct.
I know that's something a lot of pulse waivers do. No matter how much cheering is going on for Bitcoin on any given day, they're ready with that short. And yeah, I mean, we're short for almost this whole candle. I'm not going to give away the trigger, but pretty much the whole daily candle.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, look, it is what it is, man. At the end,
it's freaking awesome.
It is what it is.
Dex, amazing. Wow, I didn't even realize that.
That's why you need the reports, man. I don't know how people do it without the reports. I really don't. I don't know how you're in the market in any capacity.
Beautiful.
Without these reports.
Yeah. So wow, that encouraged me, man. I was all sad for Bitcoin, but now I'm happy for pulse waivers.
There you go. I mean, we knew this was coming. About a week or two ago, I remember I was doing the end of day report. When I pulled up the charts, I said, you know, I'm concerned with this area here. We've been moving sideways. It's a very wide trading range, and you know, the possibility of expansion. So that's pretty much what's happening. Now, to be frank with everybody,
can I be frank too?
Yeah, you can be frank.
Thanks.
We're in official corrective zonage right now within a wider sideways pattern. So you're not really doing a whole lot just yet. So there's really no price destruction at this point. The market would have to fall to a disastrous level before we say, okay, now we have price destruction on the chart. The range is so wide right now that most people don't even believe what the range is. The range is absurd. And I think we're just going to drift here. You're saying this range.
Just to clarify for my brain, you're saying range of what you could consider still in a bull market with Bitcoin?
Yeah, the support and resistance zones are crazy wide.
Wow, that is encouraging.
Yeah, you've entered a correction zone on the algo charts, but it doesn't mean that the bull trend is over, because you haven't switched from a bullish trend to a bearish trend. You have the potential if we keep falling.
Yeah.
But technically speaking, the market could rally tonight. This could be the little support zone. and then the market takes off. That's why you got to watch.
I mean, dude, all
and
these
be
banks
careful.
have their orders in, and that all these institutions and hedge funds, I said hedge funds,
I know I'm talking crazy today too. Don't worry about it.
Hedge funds ready to buy Bitcoin. Their customers begging them to get into it. It's funny. I was following up on some Theta news, and I went to a website that is not a crypto site, but it's more of an investment site, but cryptos play a very small part in it. And some of the things that they were saying about the market, I totally lost my train of thought. But anyway,
it's Monday.
Yeah, it's Monday. But yeah, it is interesting, the thought of so much money out there that was looking to get in just days ago. It's like a new Twitter announcement every day about some big hedge fund that is dying to get into Bitcoin, or some, JP Morgan, all these big places announcing their involvement with it. Oh, I know what it was. It was I knew it would come back. It was one of these financial sites, and they were talking about buying Bitcoin, but they were talking about buying some ETF. And I was like, ugh.
Yeah, because that's the safest thing for them.
They were talking about it as if it was the same thing. That's what was so gross about it. And I was like, man, when there's no crypto guys around, it's like the parents left the website and they say crazy things. So, oh,
my brother's in here.
What up, people? Is it unlawful to ask about Dogecoin? I bought some. What do y'all think? Oh man, have I been a Doge snob? All of my self-righteous going on about this Doge nightmare lately. Let's look at it, Dex, while I have you.
All right, so here's the thing. Okay, so Dogecoin is like any other market. I keep stressing this. When we're talking cryptos, it's still a market. The crypto market is a crypto market, so it is going to be dictated and moved by market forces, the same type of market forces that move stocks, futures, and forex. It's the same identical processes. All right. So if a market is in a bull market, it's going to have little ebbs and flows. You got little pullbacks. Sometimes you get a little bit deeper corrections, but the trend is still intact. Once the correction's over, the market starts to rally again, catching all the people who were short, who came and got short late. They got short late. They weren't on time like they were supposed to be. So coming into it today, I mean, you look at Doge, you look at all the other markets, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. That's why the pulse waves are important. See, when you just buy something because you hear hype, you get all excited. Ooh, I'm going to get in. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, GameStop went from 20 to 500. Oh, yeah. And you get in, but you don't understand the dynamics of the market. And the dynamics of the market is there is a specific price that you're supposed to enter, not time, a specific price. All right, let me say that again. There's a specific price that you're supposed to get in a market, not a specific time you should get in the market. Always remember that, okay? So it's about the price. If the market is pulling back and in a corrective stance, then you should not be buying. You should be waiting for the correction or pullback to be over. Then you get long. You're then buying that support. Now, when the market is trending in hot and every day we're getting more upside production, you can go ahead and jump in there on that. Just remember to put your stop in. So when the music stops, just in case you got in a little bit late and the trend is over, you don't want to get, torn to shreds. That is the point. So just because something's hot doesn't necessarily mean you need to be in it. I've seen markets that are blazing hot. Everyone and their mama's jumping in, but it's in a correction. And they're like, ooh, okay. When do you think this is going to stop?
Yeah.
You don't know. I don't know when it's going to stop. You don't either. So if you just jump into something because it's hot while it's in a correction or in a pullback status, you don't know how deep the pullback or corrector status can be.
Yeah.
And that can get you toasted in these markets. Now, the chart you have up there now, that's a daily chart of what, the Doge?
Daily Doge Binance futures contract.
Okay, you tell me, do you see anything right now at this moment in time bullish on the chart? The answer is no. It's in a corrective stance. It's not it's not at a tipping point where it's about to break out. It's in a falling position. Every rally here is being sold. You know, pay attention to the end of day reports when I pull up the algo charts and I show you. And those algo charts have the rally buy alerts and the crash sell alerts. So you need to pay attention to those. I always say you ignore them at your own peril. And it's true. If you ignore the market when it's giving off these key signals, then you're going to get hurt. Case in point, look at now. It's in a corrective status. There's someone who has been buying as it's been falling. That is not what you do. You do not catch a falling knife. You never want to do that. That's why I put these reports out so that you don't get caught. You don't become one of these people who are trying to catch the falling knife. Now, what is the current price you have right now on the Doge?
48 cents. 47.38.
It's at 48.47. What was the high today?
Let's see. High of the day, 51 cents. Low of the
51
day,
cents.
45. Is low.
Is that so? Without giving things away, looking at the report today, what did the report say?
Hold on, let's see.
Does the report have you in this market today?
Let's see. Does it have you in it? No. No, not at all yet. No, you're
so
out.
Then if the report, is not long the market, the next obvious question will be, why are you? The only correct answer would be if you were already holding. Let's say you've been long for 6 months or something. Okay, fine, I'll give you that. But new positions, putting on a new position in a falling market.
It's an important distinction.
Yes.
On new, because I know what happens, because I know we've got hodlers who are listening who are like, oh, does this mean I have to sell all my Doge? That's not the point. The point is,
I didn't say that.
It's about when you're getting into, exactly. It's about when you're getting into something. And so many
we're talking about when you're entering, like you said, we're talking about entering the market in these settings. That's what we're talking about here. You don't want to, get punched in the face. So you have to pay attention to the market. So since we're on the whole Doge thing, allow me to be a little specific. I'm gonna break some things down. All right, now this is not my algo chart. This is my actual output thing that I'm looking at. Okay. So you can't see what I'm seeing. You won't be able to see what I'm seeing. I'm looking at a real, live thing going off my algo with the data that feeds into the algo charts at the end of the day. And right now, if you just look at the past, let's say the past 3 signals, we'll shoot that for example. Okay, so on April the 26th, all right, of this year, there was a rally alert buy signal. Okay, this rally alert buy signal
right in there
gave you upside production. All right, and it gave you upside production up until May the 5th. All right, May the 5th was your last day of upside production for a minute.
Spoiler alert. It was amazing.
Huh?
I said, spoiler alert, it worked out amazing because we're looking at it. I mean, it's incredible what happened between those date stacks. That's incredible.
Yeah, and now look, then it stopped. It ceased. On May the 6th of 2021.
That's
the anniversary of the May 6th, 2010 flash crash. The system gave you a bona fide crash alert sell signal.
Oh wait, on the 6th, you might have had the wrong candle to be.
That then gave you downside production continuously leading up to May the 12th.
Wow.
And then on May the 13th, you got a rally alert, which would have been on Saturday, but you got no real upside production. So you have not gotten long. Coming into today, the system still held on a continuation pattern alert, right? That saying that the market still has the ability, the potential to rally at some point, but not necessarily.
Right.
See, the problem is this. when you got that crash alert sell signal on May the 6th, you continued to get downside production, and it hasn't stopped. Now you're at a pause right now. Believe it or not, the market's paused for the last 2 days. Since Saturday, the market hasn't really done anything. It's just technically moving sideways. You can't really see that looking at the chart. So as of from Saturday till now, you're neither long nor short the market. The market's not doing anything. It's not giving you any production. But today, depending on where we close,
Elon, it didn't freak out. It's interesting.
Right. So depending on where we close today, it just depends. It just depends, and what kind of close we get. Is it going to be one of those spike closes where it just shows today's low was a spike low, and now we got a bearish pointer, or are we going to have a bullish pointer, or neither? Closes are the most important part of the market, not how it opens. And since crypto never closes, technically speaking, right, it does time out like the forex markets do. Forex markets never really close either until Friday, right? So what happens is there's a gathering period, a closing out period between 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time that lasts until 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For 1 hour, you're getting closeouts because the stock market is closed. Most of the futures markets are closed. Their day sessions are over. And same thing with the Forex. Forex takes a time out between 5 and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every day, where you're not going to really see any volume or anything. And there's a reason for that. One of the biggest reasons is because Sunday through Friday, the markets are broken down by time zones. So you have the European open and close, the Asian open and close, and that's how that works. Okay. So like this morning, like now, Europe is already closed. They're done for the day, right? And now the next session is going to come up after we close will be Asia. And then Europe will open again and so on and so forth. That's how that works. So that's why around between 5 and 6, you get this little situation. It's not an accident that futures start to trade at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday night. That's not by accident. That's just the way the global marketplace is designed. Only because we're a global market now. All right. A few decades ago, this was not the case. But things have transpired that makes the global marketplace alive and well today. And it all started, the beginning phases of this global market started when we went from the DOGE mark to the euro. The very first trading day of the euro as a currency on the tradable markets, when that happened, it changed a lot of things. That's why you see the way the markets are moving and behaving today. So do not think it's strange when you see similar, price patterns in the crypto markets that coincide with maybe certain stocks or stock indices or certain forex pairs or maybe even certain futures contracts. That also is by design. I know people don't want to believe that. They're struggling. They've been struggling to believe me since I first revealed this back in 2016. But I'm telling you the truth. You don't have to believe me. You don't even have to like it. But you do have to deal with it if you're going to be behaving in these markets.
Yeah.
And you better know it now before you lose all your money.
Yeah, what you're laying out, it's interesting. I was talking about these dog coins a lot last week, and the difference between just FOMOing in versus this is SHIB coin, which has been shibbing all over the place. The difference between FOMOing in with your lottery tickets on these things and then getting freaked out and using the pulse waves to deal with them is a very different thing. The trader mentality versus the hodl mentality is very different. And so it's just incredibly powerful to see that trend that the reports caught, and the fact that it did in fact keep you out of fresh positions going in today, despite every reason to FOMO in with the stuff that Elon is saying. So
Can you pull that chart back what you just had?
That was SHIB coin. This is the one.
Pull it back up. I want to, these are teachable moments here when we're live. I need to show y'all something real quick.
Now, hold on.
Teachable moment. This is very important. Pull that chart back up.
There it is.
All right. Look at that chart. What do you see, ladies and gentlemen? You don't have to be a chartist. You don't have to be any kind of a technician to see the rules that I've taught you in place. Again, you can't make this stuff up. What do you see? Look hard at the chart. What's going on right now? Let me ask you, where is the next price point on this chart? Where are we going from here?
To zero?
All right. No.
We're going down?
No.
What?
You're bottoming out to go higher. Now, look at the chart. What have I been teaching in my end of day reports? What have I been teaching you guys about bullish pointers, bearish pointers, and what have I been teaching you about consolidation and trading ranges? The very first green bar you have was when the first opening. You see the market's rallying, it's on fire, and everybody and their mother wants to be part of this. They jump in, and what's the first thing that happens as people are jumping into this market? Price is falling. Now you'd be like, well, hold on, that doesn't make any sense. If everybody's piling in on something, why isn't the price going up? Let that sink in for a minute. That's a powerful question. If everybody's jumping in, why isn't the price going up? From the date of its inception, with that big rally, are you trying to tell me people just got out the first day? Of course not, because no one wants to miss the next GameStop run from 20 to 500. No one wants to miss that big DOGE coin breakout that happened, or the Bitcoin going from 3,000 to 65,000. No one wants to miss that. What is happening? I'll tell you what's happening. The date of inception on this chart represents the trading range that has been established for this asset. Notice how every price bar thereafter has behaved and respected the trading zone, the trading range. Have you seen any disrespect to the range? No, you haven't. You're still trading within the initial bar, which has now established the support and resistance in this market. You can expect this market to trade in this body of the original until it is finished. It can stretch on for longer than you can even imagine. Sideways movement, ladies and gentlemen. It's basically a Kumo cloud outside of a Kumo cloud, where markets consolidate. They can consolidate in a Kumo cloud, above it or beneath it. And right now, because this is a new chart, you don't have any Kumo cloud, but yet the market is behaving and respecting the zone that's been established. And it was done on a bullish pointer at that. So once this base has been, completed, the market will then go ahead and ebb and flow and start to trek back higher and trade near the top of the range. Once a certain amount of time has passed and enough energy has been built up in the asset, that's when it will take off and then expand the zone toward the wick, which is your bullish pointer zone. So right now, this is the lower end of the zone, the range. Then the market will start to trade at the upper end of the range and move sideways for a bit. Then you get your breakout. So you have not seen the highs in this asset, in this young asset yet. All right, just something for you guys to see in action. You can't make this stuff up.
Yeah, I think this morning I'm trying to find the latest tweet, but I think this morning Vitalik, for those of you following the story with this one, they tried to burn the tokens by sending them to him, assuming he would never do anything with them, and then he gave them to charity and destroyed what was happening. So I think if it was this morning over the weekend, he sold maybe the rest of it or a very large portion of it. So maybe that's one of the things that'll help it bottom out, is his incredible selling pressure that he's putting by getting out of it. So I don't know, we'll see. But he was giving it away to charity. So gave it to an Indian COVID foundation. And the next day, there was this new exchange offering it in India, which I don't know why. I just thought that was really funny.
Wow.
It was obvious they made a deal with them. They had half the tokens or a quarter of the tokens or something like that.
Can't make this stuff up, man.
No, it's insane. That's the thing. We've got it's annoying, you know, all of us wanting to get out of these elite controlled markets. And we've got billionaires just messing with stuff like it's a joke. Getting a little tired of it. So let's look at
elite controlled markets. And look, you jumped out of the frying pan into the fire because now your crypto markets are elite controlled markets.
Kidding. Yeah. Pretty soon they'll just be the markets. Let me let me close my window. Someone just started mowing the lawn. Hold on one second. I have a big open window right next to my desk. So let's look at a couple of these decks. While I have you, we had, and it's very helpful what you said for those who are hearing the rally crash alerts. I usually get around to saying this at some point, but when we talk about rally crash alerts, all that means is to get ready for a rally or crash using the price triggers. So we blast them out here saying rally crash to pique your interest. But the truth is those things have their greatest power when they're coupled with the buy triggers and the sell triggers. So for example, I started the show off today talking about BNB, ADA, DOT, all showing rally alerts. And yet, despite that, PulseWave traders who were using the reports stayed out of DOGE for today in terms of a trade, and it in fact has been trading sideways. So that's how the reports work. So this is the daily with ADA. ADA took off, has been doing some amazing things this week. Despite, I mean, look at this DEX. If you look at the Bitcoin market on the daily, this is the Bitcoin market on the daily. Despite that, ADA is doing this. So you guys know ADA is one of my favorites. So this was cool for me. Any thoughts on ADA DEX? This is the daily chart. Let me know if you want to see
the Cardano. Let's see here. Give me a second. All right. So this one here is in a bullish configuration with the trend momentum reading. And you also have positive momentum coming into today. And that was indicated on the report. And let's see here. Give me the current price. What's the current price?
That was the Bitcoin chart. This is the ADA USD. It's currently struggling. It's down at $2.03. So
$2.03.
$2.03 right now. So
what's the high of the day?
High of the day is $2.33. So that's the dollar chart. I originally had up the Bitcoin chart, which is looking a little healthier because Bitcoin's struggling so much, which is one of the things you were looking for. Remember, you and I looked at this chart last week, and you were saying, speaking of trading range, ADA had a pointer in its early days way up here. So Bitcoin, we could see some amazing things happen. And sure enough, Bitcoin's struggling, and look at what ADA is doing. So I would love to see this rally because that would be killer. You know, then we'd be looking at 5x or 10x or something like that. So
I don't know if Elon's getting out of Bitcoin, Red. I don't know. You know, to be honest with you, it's almost impossible to know what the elite are doing. They're just playing games with the American people by tweeting stuff out. Yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You cannot make your investment or trading decisions based on what the elite do or don't do. That is a quick way to the poorhouse. Remember, at the end of the day, they don't want you to be financially independent. They want you to be dependent on them. Always remember that. All right. If that was not the case, then instead of PulseWave trading, it would be Elon Musk trading. Okay. That is not the case.
Bow to the elites and do what they say.
Elon Musk is not here to make you wealthy. Just because he's a billionaire doing whatever he's doing doesn't make him a trader. He's not. He didn't become a billionaire. He didn't build his billionaire empire off of trading cryptos or trading stocks, futures, or forex. He's not in there grinding it out with you every day. Are you kidding? No way. He is a figurehead. He is saying and doing the things that the elite tell him to do and say.
Dude, I told everybody in the trading room, I wasn't as negative on him as everybody else was, but you can't trust a guy who doesn't believe in aliens, man.
Look, man. Look, at the end of the day,
that was it. I was like, I know what I think of him. He doesn't believe in aliens. That's an arrogant.
People know what it is, man. You can bury your head in the sand for so long. People know what it is.
Oh,
They
do
do.
you like the background for today, by the way, Dex? I put.
Yeah, I love it.
All right.
Oh,
Is
you're
this
welcome.
your
You're
actual
welcome.
brother? Is this your actual brother?
Yeah, it's one of my brothers.
I know.
I have 4 brothers. I'm the oldest.
That's right, man. Yeah, I only have one brother, but he's a pretty awesome guy. But I got
Hey, as a matter of fact, yo, check your check the report, man. And if you need clarification, just give me a call, man. Just hit me up. Hit me up, and I'll walk you through it.
By the way, later today, and this is weird. I've never done anything like this. It's not really weird. It's just weird for me. I'm doing I'm actually not doing this primarily for the PulseWave community. I'm doing it because I feel bad for my Facebook friends, like people I know and love. Some of them actually in real life. I keep getting just the dumbest questions, and I want to help them.
Okay.
So today, only come to this, folks, if you love noobs, okay? Because this is going to be totally for noobs and little old ladies and people I've known over the years. So I'm doing intro to crypto to get started with crypto, and I'm going to talk about how to get it. I'm even going to talk about this would be helpful for people in PulseWave trading because a lot of you know how to do all kinds of crazy things, but some of you would benefit a lot from learning how to just do some very cursory research of a coin. So I'm going to show people how to do that with using CoinMarketCap. Then I'll do just a little bit about trading. I'll probably just talk about how we use the reports of PulseWave Trading, but mostly I'm going to show them basic stuff. This is going to be later today. I'll be posting it on our channel. It's going to be getting started with crypto. I'm going to start with how to buy crypto using dollars. Okay, that's how basic we're going. And so if you want, just check out, I'll be posting that later. I was going to post it before we started today so I could give you a link, but just ran out of time. So it's going to be later on this afternoon. And we'll be talking about how to get started with cryptos from the start. So a couple more charts, Dex, if you got a minute. I would love to take a look at BNB. There's also a rally alert on this. Do I not have it here? What the heck? All right, hold on. I got to pull it up. Thought I had it in my list.
Yeah, we love noobs here. We don't care what your experience is.
Yeah. No, we're not.
We treat everybody the same. You know, we love everybody.
For sure. One thing you don't get at PulseWave Trading, we'll look at this BNB futures chart. No, I don't want to look at that. Hold on. It's saying it's already in my list. So what am I missing?
It might be.
Yeah, it's probably at the bottom or something like that. There it is. Sorry about that. Yeah, one great thing about PulseWave Trading, folks, a big part of what we do is our chat room. And what you don't get in there is people who love to dunk on noobs every time they ask a question. Oh, shouldn't you Google this? I can't stand communities like that, where it's like, there's new people who love our thing that we love and want to promote. And then everybody tries to make them feel like an idiot. I hate that. Right. So we don't do PulseWave Trading.
No, the only dumb question is the question not asked, right?
Yeah, seriously. Like, so it's a nice community of people. So anyway, yeah, but that's gonna be what we're doing this afternoon. All right, Dex, BNB. This is the futures contract from Binance. So look at this guy.
Good grief. Well, it doesn't take a rocket scientist on this one to see that the market has fallen off of a cliff, and it looks like this one is headed much lower. And which one is this?
This is BNB. So. At the top of the cloud, you don't think it'll bounce a little?
Nah, it'll bounce all right. Once it hits bottom, it'll bounce. But right now, your BNB. Now, here's the thing. All right, so tell me, what is the current price?
$496.
Okay, $496. And what's the high today?
It opened. Let's see. The high of the day was 565. 565. We're down to 496. Yeah, it's one of those.
All right, so let's look at the history on this one. I believe this one had a rally alert coming into today, but you got no upside production, so you're not long. And so that means that the intraday price inflection point for the long has not transpired. If you take a look at a possible sell signal, well, you missed the one prior to this one. There was a sell signal on, let's see, this is Sunday, Saturday, Friday. There would have been one Friday. But you wouldn't have probably involved yourself because I don't usually put a report out on Friday. I don't do it until Sunday. We don't believe in doing anything over the weekends. We let the market settle. So right now, technically speaking, you don't have price destruction on the chart, but you are getting close. Give me the low right now. What is the low?
Can you define price destruction?
Yeah, hold on. What's the low?
The low is the low of the day is 483. So it's right touching the top of the Kumo cloud, just almost right there.
Oh, okay. So basically what you have is you don't have price. All right, let me break it down for pulse waivers. All right, so the information that I'm giving is going to be different for people who just look at charts or use technical indicators that your broker gives you or whatever. I use algo charts, which means I use my own indicators and all this other stuff. And I do things totally different than what you will find in any book or class on finance. All right, so basically price destruction as far as the algo charts are concerned is when the weekly price inflection points get taken out. Yep. Do you see weekly price inflection points getting taken out on BNB today? No.
Wow.
Did you did you do anything on the did you possibly see anything done on the daily? Possibly, yeah, possibly. That is possible. Possibly, yes.
Yeah,
so
you might be making something happen there already.
Yeah, like I said, man, that's why you need the pulse waves. Again, I don't know how people do it without it. How can you face the markets without it? So here's what you're looking for. You're looking to see, again, even on this one, where do we close today? That's going to be of the utmost importance, is where the market closes. But this one is falling over a cliff and it is accelerating to the downside, much mad selling pressure. And this one doesn't look to be stopping anytime soon. I know you mentioned the top of the Kumo cloud. Normally that does act as a key support area, but the way that this momentum is moving on this one, maybe not. You may not pause until you get to the bottom of the Kumo cloud.
It'll dive right into a creamy green cloud and start floating around.
Exactly. Hit me on the you can hit me on the Telegraph, or you can text me. You can just send me a text. Probably send me a text on my phone. Texting is just better for me on my phone, if you can. Talking to my brother in the chat.
Yeah, no, I know.
All right, so to go back to the BNB though.
Oh, you want it back? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, let me. What chart? You still got BNB up, right?
No, I don't. I went on to the next.
All right, where you up?
Here we go. BNB.
No, go back.
Okay. So something we've been looking at a few times is Cody. It's not on our reports yet. It's actually a low cap crypto. I think you'd call it low cap. But it's a low cap with a job. It's the kind of crypto you want dating your daughter. It's working with Ada on its Africa launch. So it was having a great day, and then the weekend happened. So any thoughts on this? I was asking you about this in our chat. You were calling this a vortex, right? Where we see the Kumo cloud has its little flippy envelope thing. Does that tell us anything? What can we
that means it has that's the last day for it to change course. If it doesn't, then it's doomed.
Oh,
that's what that means.
So it's okay. So there's a bit of urgency when you come to that.
Yeah, like if you go back to that last vortex, right there. Yep. See, it was on the last leg, the last day to reverse and get long, and it didn't. And then look how the market collapsed.
Went like that.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Yeah.
So this is kind of bullish then. I don't know. I mean, it's back in the
well, no, you're establishing you're starting to establish a trading range. Yeah, you're in a range. Let me tell you I'll tell you where the respect is. Take your cursor back to that last upper green bar.
This guy?
Nope. Go back. Keep moving to the left till I tell you to stop. Stop. No, go back. You went too far. Come way back. Stop. Go back. You're going too fast.
I'm sorry.
Go back about 10 bars. Yep, right there. No, big one. This one. Yes, that is your range, ladies and gentlemen. That is the range that the market is respected for. Look how long it respected that trading range. Now look, all you did when you broke out, it was a false breakout. You just expanded the range. And where's the price action headed back to? Back inside of the range. Look at today's price, and then look at that bar I just showed you. It's respecting the bar to the left again. No, not that one. The green one, the initial one I was showing you. Yes, that one. Yes, that is your range, folks. That is your range zone, and the market has come right back down to it. Made you think it was about to break out, and then it says site. All it did was extend the range. Yep. Now the top of the range is there. Exactly.
Okay. Very
not the spike bar, but the body of the green bar. That close on 3 bars ago. Take today's bar and then go back 2 bars. That close right there, that represents the high now. The range of it has expanded. That's it.
Oh, that close, okay.
Yeah.
And not by much. Yeah, okay.
That's it. Exactly.
Let's go to another community favorite. Theta bouncing around the bottom of the Kumo cloud. This is on the daily. We do have a report for Theta. Let's look at that.
Yep. Theta's again, this one's in the range as well. This one is now this range though is kind of hidden from you. All right. So this bar, if you go back, see the bearish pointer, not that one. Go back to your left a little bit. Go slowly. See that big bearish pointer on the green
over here.
Green. Yeah. See that? Okay. Now go over 2 bars to the right. Yep. That's one. Go over 1 more bar. That's your range bar right there.
Oh,
that's it. Look how long the price action behaved and stayed and respected it.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So that's where we are. Look how long the price has stayed in that range. We haven't gone anywhere. Look at the date of that bar and then look at today's date. That tells you how long these markets can respect. See, that tells you how long we can respect. Going on what, 3 weeks basically?
Yeah. It was 26th.
See? That's a long time to go nowhere.
Yeah. Yep.
You can't make this stuff up, folks. And then, it's just how the market dynamics.
It's grandbaby T Fuel, which I'm actually more. I've been loading up on T Fuel because of the mainnet launch that's coming up and the fact that you're going to be able to stake these. You can already stake them, but I think the numbers are going to really shift. Some really cool stuff coming up. So how about this guy here? So you were just telling us this is T Fuel now. This is Theta's like, I forget what they call it, utility token. I forget what the term is. But here we are coming up to that vortex. So you were saying earlier, the vortex indicates your last chance to break out. So if we're going to see a breakout, we need to see it very soon in a couple days.
Yeah, it needs to change course like now.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Interesting. Any thoughts on this chart other than that?
Nope. Still range bound, respecting the range, just like the other charts. For the most part, a majority of markets right now, folks, are just trading and respecting the ranges. Nothing is really happening. Not a thing.
Not a thing. All right, folks. That's it for today. I would like to make a prediction. I'm not going to comment on it. I just want it to be official because I always have cool predictions. I'm often wrong. But what if one of these days I'm right?
Exactly.
I think, I'm not going to mention his name. This guy and Dr. You-Know-Who are going to be scapegoated for everything that's happening. You see the news is starting to allow a shift. These two guys, they realize they're losing control of this thing, and these guys are going to get scapegoated. This is an even bigger reason. So, you guys, I'll let you read that. That's on the screen. This kind of stuff is coming out every day about this dude, and he is the patron saint of globalist charity. I think him and Dr. You-Know-Who are going. They realize they're losing control of the situation. They're going to look for some foot soldiers to put on a platter. I think they're going to see if they can get away with crucifying those guys. That's my prediction. We'll see.
I would agree. What is Pirate Chain? What is that?
Oh, Pirate Chain, Kyle. This is something I've actually. Pirate Chain is very interesting. I actually have a little bit.
I due to knowledge, I know nothing. So go ahead and break it down for me.
Fairly new, yeah. So Pirate Chain is a competitor to something like Monero, completely private. The interesting thing, my understanding, I wish I could cite the guy. I saw a brilliant video sent to me by my good friend Dakota Deb about Pirate Chain. I can't remember the guy's name, but the guy was saying basically the difference between Pirate Chain and Monero. With Monero, if you really, really, really wanted to try to figure out how much was in a wallet, you might be able to put it together by sifting through all kinds of crazy transactions and yada, yada, yada. With Pirate Chain, it's creepy private. You can't see anything about what's going on on private chain, pirate chain. So extremely, extremely.
All right, question. Why do I care?
Well, this is a way to truly privately move funds where no one would ever be able to identify you.
But isn't that what the blockchain is supposed to do?
Yeah,
no matter what crypto I'm trading?
Because you're starting out. I mean, think about it. It's possible to track them from start to finish, especially now with so much KYC when you're getting into the market. It's easy to figure out where people bought them, where they went, what happened.
What about places that don't do KYC?
Yeah, I mean, that's different, but you have to think, Dex, most people are getting into the market. You know, you and I are in this weird little world where sometimes people send us cryptos for things and stuff like that, right? I shouldn't say this, but a lot of people, almost everybody, gets into crypto by pulling out their debit card and going on Coinbase and getting fully KYC'd. They get their colonoscopy and then they get their cryptos. So there are ways to track what's going on with crypto. It's certainly not completely private in that sense. They would have to really, really try, right? Like a guy like me, I'm not going to be able to figure out who has what, right? But if somebody's pulling warrants and really working, they'd be able to figure it out. So with Pirate Chain, that is a whole other story. The amount of data you could pull out about someone's wallet, say, is zero. There's no way you could, like, if I give you a public Bitcoin address, for example, this stuff going on with Vitalik Buterin and Shibcoin, that's because it's happening, it's an ERC20 token. It's happening inside Vitalik's public ETH wallet. So people can see what he's doing with these tokens, right? Now, let's say the Pirate Chain people had said, we're going to burn our tokens by giving half of them to Vitalik, right? He would have to show you screenshots of what he was doing for you to know that any transaction ever happened or that it was true at all. There'd be no way to look up a wallet. There are no public wallets on. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, by the way. Symbol is, yeah, let's look it up on CoinMarketCap since I'm geeking out about it. But this is
using technology that's different than what's already being used.
Yeah. I mean, it's its own chain, so it has different features. You know, everybody with their different chain wants to accomplish slightly different things, right? So with this, and you could see, this is the, let's see, the 7 days. Oh, okay. Let me get the trading view. I can't stand that. Dex, is it just me? I find these charts where they have just the lines like this.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't like it. I hate it.
I can't stand it. It doesn't tell me anything. I can't even figure out the data I don't know. I'm so trained to look at a candle chart or something.
No, I'm right there with you. I think it's annoying as well.
Oh, I spoke too soon. They got nothing on this sucker. we're stuck.
Wow.
All right, so we're stuck with this for now. So, but you can see this has had a big rise up. I know one of the popular people talking about this a lot is Jeff Berwick. Has been talking about this. So that's, I think, where I first heard of it. But yeah, the idea with Pirate Chain, if I have it right, let's pull up the website. This is not hard to do.
So the symbol is ARRR, like R. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, okay. It's great. So we'll take it from their expert. We'll hear what they have to say. So a true privacy token that takes financial privacy seriously. Pirate Chain is 100% private send crypto. It uses a privacy protocol that cannot be compromised by other user activity on the network. Right. So Dex, if I send, like, for example, if I send you money from my ETH wallet to your ETH wallet, you now know my ETH address and you could see what's in my wallet. So, you know, sometimes people will contact me for support. Right. And I feel a little bit like a doctor where it's like, sorry, I'm going to have to see something that you don't want me to see, bro. So they'll see, you know, like I was helping a great person last week where they were trying to figure out where these tokens were that they got from a sale 100 years ago. And so I was looking through his wallet and he's going, what? I'm like, well, you got all these tokens. And he's like, I'm just sitting there reading his mail. And it's embarrassing, but it's true. Now that I know that's his wallet, he can't hide what he has there. I see it. Anybody can.
Wow.
So what they're saying here, Dex, is if I send you pirates, if I send you you'll know you got them because they'll be in your wallet, but you won't know my wallet address. That's pretty amazing. So most privacy coins are riddled with holes. I think that's what they're saying, guys. You know me. Remember my disclaimer for my shows. So gotcha. Most privacy coins are riddled with holes created by optional privacy. And that's the thing. I believe with Monero, you can crank the privacy depending on what you're trying to do. Whereas this default, it's always turned on. Pirate Chain uses ZK snarks to shield 100% of the peer-to-peer transactions on the
Right.
blockchain, making for highly anonymous and private transactions. So
Mm-hmm.
very interesting, you know, with fascism on the rise, true fascism on the rise. It's nice to think there are truly private ways to transact. So, and think of the possibilities with a thing like Pirate Chain. Let's say Pirate Chain gets listed on a bunch of different exchanges. There is, it's not just that you have to live in Pirate Chain. It's that now it's an option for you. If there is something you want to do private, you say, well, yeah, but I'm going from BTC to Pirate Chain. Yeah, but once you go in there, you're in there. You see what I'm saying? So no one's going to see what comes out of there. So the legalities and morality of that, you all have to figure out. I'm just saying this is what this technology purports to provide.
That's what it can do. Gotcha.
That's what it can do. Let's see. Send someone money that I don't know. Scan. You could do. Well, yeah. I mean, that's one thing that's true with cryptos is there's no. One of the things I think that people are going to miss about banks is banks have a real nice mom and dad feature where you can call them up and say, hey, someone took my money. Can you put it back? And they just print more out of their fairy dust pockets. When it comes to crypto, if you lose something, I had this happen, almost happen with somebody recently where they thought they lost their private key. They had the address. We could see the tokens, but we couldn't open it up and get in there and actually move the tokens. See, that's what happens. You can have your public wallet, but if you lose your private keys or however, you know, your key store, whatever you're using to unlock that wallet, you lose that, you're out of luck. Whereas if I lose all my debit cards and everything, I can go down to the bank and hopefully they'll believe me that I'm me and we'll work it out. There's no way
that's becoming not so anymore. My wife and I have been waiting like going on 3 or 4 months on a transaction that we disputed with our bank.
Oh my God, really?
We're supposed to be getting a refund or whatever. We still have not received our money. We've had to fill out multiple forms and affidavits, and we still have not received our money back.
Wow.
So banking is changing, ladies and gentlemen. You just don't know it because you haven't had a situation with your bank yet. But yes, banking is going that way now.
I'm getting a message from one of our PulseWavers. They managed to get out of out of Pirate. Nice. Yeah, I don't know if it had this really big pump, but yeah, that's a good point. Sorry, Dex, I got distracted by a message. A good point that you certainly can't trust the banks, right? I mean, that's what this is all about. And to that, what we're doing with crypto is we're becoming our own bank. We're putting it in our own hands, getting our own control over it. And R is the ultimate, you know, at least their aspirations. I don't know how good their technology is, but people seem to be pretty excited about the team and what they're doing. But what they're aspiring to do is pretty amazing. It'd be great if you have a truly private way to transact that they all have to stay out of.
I don't know. Just
we can't post
what my bank just pulled. I don't know, man. And banks have been grimy for a long time, man. Banks have been grimy since the 90s. Just a lot of people are not aware of it. But there was a big thing back in the day, in the early 90s, where Bank of America was taking money out of people's account and telling them they had overdraft or something stupid like that. And I knew people that on average was getting about $600 taken out of their account. So banks have been shady for a minute. I think now the gloves are just starting to come off because as the economy is collapsing, as the United States as a superpower is collapsing, now they're going after whatever they can get.
Yep. All right. I think we're done. I've got no more on my agenda. We've talked about.
I hope I didn't take you away from your agenda.
No, not at all. No, I got through everything. It's wonderful. It's great that you're here. All right. Thanks, everybody. It's a great show. Great time having you all hang out with us. And look for my webinar later this afternoon. In fact, I got to do it really soon because I got to get my daughter later. So I'm going to do that. It's going to be a little bit from the hip, but it should be fun for crypto noobs. So, and I think someone said they were a noob in the comments. So definitely for you. I think they did. I'm not sure if that was added to the context, but yeah, thanks for coming in, Dex. It's great to have your analysis.
No problem. You know how we do.
Yeah, man. It's great to have you on the charts because I've often confessed people I see what I want to see in the charts.
As do most. That's why they say
That's why
it's
the
in the
pulse
eye of the
waves are so
beholder.
important. That's why the pulse waves are so important. So
subjective is what they say.
Very subjective. All right. Thanks, everybody. We're over and out. Go to pulsewavetrading.com. Get in on these reports. I mean, Dex just demonstrated for you how powerful they can be if you're looking to trade these markets. Wonderful stuff. Also, please like and subscribe. If you are watching on PulseWave Trading, please check the link in the description for our new channel, PulseWave Crypto. We're trying to get up over 100 subs there. We're trying to get over 100,000 subs there, but we got to start somewhere. So please click the link in the description and head over there, like and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Even turn on the bell icon because we're talking about some awesome things here, Dex.
Yes, we do.
Covered. I mean, all right. Thanks, everybody. We're over out. We really appreciate you. Thank you. Follow the way ? All right. Bye, everybody.